So let's try to understand the latent heat. Now, first question comes in your mind, what do you mean by latent heat? So as you know, heat is a form of energy, and when the latent is added to the heat, the latent meaning in English is hidden. So heat which is hidden is latent heat. So if I have to define that, it is the heat or energy that is absorbed or released during a phase change of a substance without changing its temperature. Now you can see here there are three important points in its definition. As you know, it's a heat and energy. Now that energy is absorbed or released in any process. Now what is that process? It's a phase change. Now we know different phase changes means when a solid changes to liquid, liquid to gas, it's a melting or condensation or evaporation. So it is concerned with the heat absorbed or released during that change, provided there is a condition without changing its temperature. Means temperature should remain constant, there will be no change in the temperature. But how can it be happen if you are changing from, if an ice is melting to form liquid water and you are supplying heat, how come the temperature will not change? That is what is the latent heat, and we have to understand. So I will just explain you using an activity or experiment which can be done very easily in the school laboratory, or if you can do it, if you have the thermometer, you can do it at home also and you can check. At home it will not be very apt or very appropriate results, but you can understand it. So let's see here uh, what process have taken here. This is the ice cubes which is going to be melted into the liquid water. So let's see here, I have taken the ice cubes here. You can see in the diagram in the beaker the ice cubes are there, and this thermometer is here to record the temperature. Now here the thermometer is shown in the with this temperature, and we can see the right now the temperature of the ice is minus 10 degree. Now when you have to melt this ice to liquid water, we have to heat. So if you look at the second picture now, this has started heating the beaker, and now you can see the temperature start rising. So it is moving towards the positive side of the temperature. So minus 10, it is moved towards the positive, so it becomes maybe minus 9 or minus 8, and you continuously keep on heating, and you can see here the temperature is reached now here 0 degree, but and the heat is continuously provided to the beaker. Now what happened here, the fourth picture, you can see the temperature is at 0, but you can see here the water start appearing in the beaker, while before three pictures, even though the heat they were beaker were heated continuously, but there was no water start forming, there was no liquid water, only ice was there. So at 0 degree, when the temperature reaches 0 degree and you are continuously heating, this ice started melting into liquid water. But we want that whole of the ice to be converted into liquid water, we are heating continuously. Now let's see another picture here. We are heating, we can see the more and more of ice is melting and this changing into the liquid water here. But just look at here, what is the temperature is still, it's 0 degree even though you are heating it. Similarly, we keep on heating this diagram, we keep on heating, we are seeing the temperature is still 0 degree, but the amount of water, liquid water, is increasing as more and more ice is melting. Finally the whole ice has melted and changed into the liquid water, but the temperature is 0 degree. Now when you look all these diagrams, the question comes in your mind, even though we were heating the beaker continuously in this process, the temperature after 0 degree it stopped rising even though it was heated. So but what was happening when it reached 0 degree, the ice started melting. So where is this heat energy is going? Because when you provide heat to a substance, or when there is a heating or cooling is involved, there is a, how do we measure heat change? By measuring temperature. Example, when you have fever, you measure temperature, your body temperature rises. But here the heat is provided, but it is not reflecting in the thermometer. That means the heat is doing some other work. In simple words, you can say that is what is the latent heat. Now if we have relate with the definition, it's a phase change where from a solid is melting to a liquid and heat is absorbed but the temperature is constant. So this heat is the latent heat. Now what are the different phases we can see here? There are, if we say, if there's a process of fusion which I showed you, melting of ice, so that is known as latent heat of fusion. And when we have to define the latent heat of fusion, we have to take the standard quantity of solid substance to melt, to be melted to a liquid. So it is the heat which is the in joules. The joules is the unit of heat energy required to convert 1 kilogram of the solid at its melting point to the liquid without change in temperature. Now second type of heat is the vaporization. That means you are boiling a liquid which the conversion is liquid to vapor or gas. Same thing here, 1 kilogram of the liquid, when you heat, amount of heat energy is required in joules without change in the temperature. So these two are the types of latent heat. First was one was fusion and second one was the vaporization. Let us try to understand in detail the deeper meaning, what actually happened at the molecular level, means what is happening inside the beaker. When you are heating it, temperature is not rising at all, but ice started melting only after 0 degree. Why not before? Why temperature is not rising? So let us try to understand. Let's take example of vaporization now. Now what happened in vaporization? We take the water, let's say example water only, and we started heating. Now water boils at 100 degree and then it started changing into the steam. So if you can do this experiment and measure, the same thing will happen. The temperature at 100-degree temperature, the whole water will started converting into steam, and you continuously provide heating the water, the temperature will not rise beyond 100 degree. It means it will not increase to 101, 102 or 110, because the boiling point of water is 100. After that, whole water will convert to the steam. So what is actually happening? Why temperature is not rising even the heat ice is heated continuously? So let's see here the molecular arrangement, or we can say the structure of ice and liquid water. Now when you see this structure of ice, it's like a cage. It's like the between these, this is one water molecule, this is other water molecule, and they all are bonded together by these dotted, these are bonds, these are attractions, or you can say that these are the intermolecular force of attraction, or these are the attraction between them which keeps them together so that they cannot move, and that is what is the solid state. Now when we heat it, when we provide heat to the ice, started heating the beaker, what happened? These bonds starts breaking, or you can say the force start weakening. They start moving far away from each other. Not all the bonds, few bonds started here, here it's broken, and as more and more heat is provided, it start weakening all the bonds. And when it is broken, these bonds, or you can say when they start moving far from each other, that is known as the liquid water, because they can slide over each other. They are not fixed it at their position, and that is the liquid water. So that heat is used here in weakening the attraction between the molecules. So it's doing some other work. That's why the temperature is not rising, because that heat is used up in weakening the force between the water molecules. So the water temperature, when we measure, when we were converting that ice into the, let's go back to their slides and let us try to understand now. Yeah, here when we did that experiment, the heat, when we provided the heat initially, it took the heat, the beaker absorbed, the ice absorbed the heat, and that is used to weakening the bonds. But when at 0 degree the temperature reaches where is the melting point, that means at that temperature the bonds get weakened between the ice and they can start, the molecule can start moving, and which is the liquid state here. Now this liquid state, these more and more ice will start, changing into the liquid water as they absorb more and more heat. Means more heat, more energy, more attraction between the molecules will be broken down, that force will be weakened. So that is what is the latent heat. So that's why I have defined you earlier, or you can understand from the definition that what is latent heat. It is the heat energy released or absorbed during a phase change of a substance without changing its temperature. So I hope you understood the meaning of latent heat and why it is called hidden, as it gets hidden because we cannot recognize by measuring the rise or the down in the rising in the temperature. So that's why it is known as hidden heat.